So before we get started, check out the following links in the description box below as highlighted in the image shown. So you'll be able to get our past papers, our link to our official website, link to accreditations, our link to donation page, and contact details in the description. So once you'll be watching a certain video of any lesson or of any past paper, you'll be able to get all these links, and you can be able to get to download past papers, to reach to our official website. You'll be able to see links to our accreditations so that you can see which authorities have accredited us. You'll be able to reach to our donation page as well as our contact details.
Let's look at question number 21. Question 21 to 23. We are told that Victoria Garment Limited makes ladies' wedding gown. The company outsources the fabric material from cotton factory. The following data is provided. We have annual demand. We are given that. Cost of placing an order. I have 200,000. The purchase price of the raw material 5,000 per meter. The reorder period is 3 to 5 weeks. Minimum consumption per week, we have 100 meters. Maximum consumption per week, 800 meters. Average consumption per week also been given. The current cost of inventory is 20% of the purchase price per unit per annum. Assume we have 50 weeks in a year. Then we are told what is the optimum economic order quantity. What is the optimum economic order quantity? Now, how do you determine economic order quantity? You should say that EOQ, it is given as the square root of 2 DCO over CH, where D is the demand, then CO is the cost of order per order, then CH is the carrying cost. Carrying cost, or sometimes we call it holding cost. In that case, can we identify the demand? Yes, we have given that the demand is 22,500. Then CO, the cost per order, the cost of placing an order, it is what? 200,000. Then what else do we need? CH, the carrying cost. The carrying cost is 20% of the purchase. Now the CH, it is 20% of 100. We multiply by the purchase price. The purchase price was what? 5,000. What you get? We have 0.2. We are multiplying by 5,000. We have 1,000. Therefore, at that point, we can find the EOQ is equal to the square root of 2 multiplied by 22,500 multiplied by 200,000. We are dividing by 1,000, which is 2 multiplied by 22,500 multiplied by 200,000. Whatever you get, you divide by 1,000. Then we find the root. We are going to find the root of 9,000. The square root of the answer, we have 3,000 units. Do we have 3,000? Yes. The answer is C. Then we are told what is the reorder level in meters. In this case, we can say the reorder level. Reorder level, remember we covered this in your notes. Reorder level is equal to maximum usage or consumption multiplied by maximum lead time, or what we call reorder period. And in this case, we are meant to look at what is the maximum consumption. In this case, maximum consumption is 800. We are taking 800. We multiply the maximum lead time. Maximum lead time we had 5 weeks. We are multiplying this by 5, which is 800 multiplied by 5. You get 4,000. The answer in that case is B. Then calculate the maximum inventory level. Maximum inventory level. Let me also do it here. Maximum inventory level is equal to reorder level plus reorder quantity. In other words, you have EOQ minus into bracket minimum usage multiplied by minimum lead time. Now in this case, we have the reorder level we caught somewhere. Reorder level we have quoted is 4,000. Have 4,000 plus we had EOQ. We had EOQ was 3,000 minus into minimum usage. Minimum usage, we could do this one. We have minimum consumption is 100 multiplied by 3. 100 multiplied by 3, which is 7,000 minus 3,300, which is 6,700. That the answer becomes D. The answer becomes D, that is meters. That is the maximum inventory level. Then we proceed. We are told that use information to answer question 24 to question number 26. 24 to question number 26. The question reads, Marshall Hospital is in the process of estimating its inpatient cost for the month of May 2024. Past data for the admitting department cost and the number of patients admitted during the immediate preceding 8 months are given in the following depot. We have from September 2023 to April 2023. That's the data. Use high-low method. Now let's use high-low method to calculate the inpatient variable cost per unit. Therefore, variable cost per unit is equal to, we are going to find the total highest cost minus the total lowest cost over total highest activity level minus total lowest activity level. Therefore, we find the total highest cost from our list. We confirm this one, this one. I guess the highest, it is 8,350. Now we mark this particular then we find the lowest cost. Lowest cost should be 5,150, Again, we pick that particular column of interest. Now we are just going to take 8,350 minus 5150, everything over 700 minus, it is 1280 minus 700. We have 8,350 minus 5150. We have 3,200, and they have 1250 minus, it is 80 not 50, minus 700. We have 58. Therefore, if you take 3,200 divide by the answer, you get 5.517. 5.517. Do we have that answer? We realize that from our answers, that answer is not given. In that case, you are meant to take the one that is closer, which was what? We pick this one. Sorry, they were in thousands. Therefore, you just multiply by 1,000. If we multiply this by 1,000, you should be getting 5,517. The answer should be closer to this one, but I'm not saying that this is the answer because you are getting 517, but according to our answers, they didn't give us the correct answer. Now this one was a bit closer. Then you are told that estimate a fixed impatient cost. Now if the fixed, we are meant to use the equation y is equal to a plus bx. Y is equal to a plus bx. We are going to pick one of these. You can either decide the one for November or March. If you use that is for November, we are going to say that y is going to be 8,350 is equal to a plus 5,517 into, we multiply by that for November, for this it was 1280, multiply by 1280. We are trying to get a value of a, which is the fixed cost. In that case, it will be 8,350 minus 5,517 multiplied by 1280. You get 7,061,760, which is equal to A1. A alone will be 8,350. We are minusing answer. The answer should be closer to 12,88,240. That should be the fixed cost. Fixed cost. If you use the variable cost per here, you should be getting the fixed cost as 1,288,240. But look at the answer. Also, the figure is not missing, but this one was a bit closer to that, 2 million and 1 million. Then estimate the total cost of inpatient. The total inpatient cost of admitting 1,010. Therefore, just pick y is equal to 12,88,240 plus. Therefore, we have 5,517. We are multiplying by 10. In that case, you have this one 517 multiplied by 10 plus 12,88,240, which should be the answer should be closer to 6,860,410. But now look to one that was a bit closer with this was D. Because the answer they gave us the variable cost, meaning the other preceding questions which are emanating from that should be also wrong. But as assumption that they use, if they are using, let's assume they used 4,000. Let's assume that they used 4,000, meaning we are going to take 8,350,000 minus, we take now will be 4,000 multiply by 1280. If you do that, you get what? Because most likely they were using 3 million, 4 million. If you use that, you get that is 3,230,000, which is closer to this one again. And then if they do the same, you take 4 million, 4 multiplied by 10. The answer we add to the one we got, that was 3,330,000 or 350. You realize they get 790, 390, which in this case it is not there. Now in that case, the answer should be whatever we have written, and if they are not there, you pick the one that is a bit closer to that to make sure that you are getting the question right. Then look at 27. They say that which of the following manages responsible for revenues and expenses? Which of the following manages is responsible for revenue and expenses? In this case, we look at the revenue center manager, because it's the manager in charge of all the revenues incurred, or the revenue center is the one that looking at the revenue generated versus the expenses incurred in an organization to determine whether we are making profit or loss. 28. A type of process loss that arise due to difference between expected output and actual output is known as the difference between the expected. For example, you're expecting 55,000 and the actual output is 4,000. This is known as abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. Why? Because the normal loss is already anticipated and known, and the value for normal loss sometimes is also provided. Then 29, which of the following costs is not correctly classified? We look at the cost behavior. Yes, in this case, we look at the behavior of cost, either variable cost or fixed cost, which is already direct materials, part of the variable cost. Then we have nature classification that looks at the historical cost, which is not true. Decision making is opportunity cost, which is true. And then inventory holding is a holding cost, is true. The one that is wrongly classified is B, nature classifications, which is there doesn't look at the historical cost. Then lastly, use the following information to answer question 30 and 31. Use the following information to answer question 30 and 31. All right. Now we are told that Amani Limited sells tinned fish at the selling price of $7.50 per tin. The sales budget for the first month of the year 2024 is presented below. We have January, Feb, March, and April. Is given that the company policy requires that ending inventory for each month, be 35% of the next month sales. At the beginning of January 2024, the inventory of tinned fish was that. Now January, opening inventory. Let me say that opening, and then we have the closing. January, opening inventory, we are told that this was 38,000, and closing inventory 35% of the next month sale. Now we pick the sales for the next month, becomes the closing inventory for that. Now in this case, we are picking 35%. We are multiplying by the sales for the following month, which was 240. 84, there are closing inventory for this. 84,000. We go to Feb. Since this one was the closing inventory, becomes the opening inventory for Feb. Then we can take the closing inventory for the month of March. 0.35 multiplied by 20, that is 77. Then 77 will become the opening inventory for March, which is 77. Then we can determine the closing inventory for March, which is 0.35 multiplied by 200,000, which is 70. Okay, the company policy requires that the ending inventory for each month be 35 of the next month. At the beginning of the company, January 2024, the inventory trend was that. We have put that into perspective. Which of the following shows the production budget in units for the month of January? Production budget in units. Now, in this case, production budget. In that case, we have the unit produced, it is closing inventory. Closing inventory for month of what? January, it was 84. We add units sold. January, the units also are what? 200. Then less opening inventory, which was what? 38. Let's try and see. 8400, we are adding 2000 minus 38, we get 170 400. Do you have that? Now let me just try to do it again. It is 84 plus 200,000 minus 38,000. You get 246, not 170. 246,000. 246, yes, that was C. Then we go to the month of that first equation reads in it. Which of the following shows the production budget for the month of February? The same thing we do for the February. We are going to take the closing inventory for Feb. Closing inventory was what? 77. Add units sold in the month of Feb units sold were 240. Less opening inventory, which was opening inventory was 84. Therefore, just take 77, we add 240, the answer we minus 84. You get that is 233,000. Do you have 233,000? Yes. C. That becomes question number 21 to 31. That's how the answers look like, or how to have meant to calculate them.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions, and also you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as CHRP. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.